Good morning, Keith Wall here with my 1968 Thunderbird Landau Coupe. We're going to do a walk around the car before we go over some of the mechanicals. This car is a 60,000 mile car, and I'll show you that on the odometer. That's original paint on the car, and you can see it's got a nice shine. It's just been dusted off and some wax used on it. I modified the paint by putting these black stripes along the bottom and then on the hood, and then I did some pinstriping. Pinstriping was done by Robert Gagnon. The theme was a 429 Bad Bird, and I have the 429 logo on the front. That grille has been powder coated, and it kind of puts a nice sleek look to the car. The pinstriping on the car goes all the way down the side of the car, giving it a nice long look. Car's got American racing wheels, which are aluminum. Let's take a look under the hood. That's original rubber. There was a question about is there any rust? Well, this is a California car proven by the 120 code on the registration, and down here on the frame there is no rust, and I'll go underneath it to show it as well. We have Pertronix electronic ignition, which was done by JBA Racing. We have a 4-row radiator. Carburetor was rebuilt. Air conditioning was serviced. All fluids are maintained. Here's the original Ford Autolite sticker. That's a brand new 770 cranking amp battery, and I put in some there we go, some work lights in the car, so that if you ever get stuck you can turn that on by this switch down here to work on your vehicle at night. Operates off the battery. We have real Unity spotlights. These are functional lights. They operate from the inside. Those are Cobra racing mirrors. I'd like to call attention to the top. This is the correct material. I believe it's called Cayman or Lizard, and that's factory material, and this was put on about 2 years ago. In order to put that on, you have to remove the windshield. So that's a new windshield with the correct tinting on the windshield. And then I would like to call attention to the wiper blades, which are new. Come around here to the back. Another one of my wheels. We have a fully detailed trunk that has a matching tool kit and a matching sport bag. I've put all the correct plaid material and the Thunderbird logo emblem. Then I even have a Thunderbird fender cover. I have all of the manuals for the car, including parts manuals, vacuum manual, 68 shop manual supplement, and a 67 Thunderbird manual, which is the same as 68. Down here we have the original jack stowage material under here with the correct jack and the correct bolt remover for the wheels. This car was photographed by David Newhart, who became the photo editor of Motor Trend, and they liked the picture so well, which was taken off the beach of Del Mar, that they put it on the cover of Hemmings in 2001, Great Cars of the 60s. So they considered this a great American car. A couple other things that we did back here. In that this is a rear vent. I replaced the rear vent rubbers, and this area here used to be painted. It's been chrome plated. The paint around this area here has been polished. That's an original bumper. Moving along the back, we have, I don't know if you can see it, MagnaFlow exhaust. Now, while I'm at the back of the car here, let's go underneath and take a look. Before we turn it on, because there was questions about does the car have rust. Well, you can see that there's just some surface spotting on the bottom of the tank. and whatever would be on a 68-year-old frame that I've not re-undercoated. But what I did do is wash this entire frame off, and we don't have any rush issues in any of the support areas. And I'll get that as I get underneath the car as well. So without light, this is really the best that we can do. I'll take some pictures of the wheel wells as we go around. So let's take a look here. We don't have a bright day today, so that this may help us, but I'm looking in the wheel well here in the left rear panel. And now I'll get underneath on the side. That's a custom stainless exhaust. This is just the support for the seat belt, and we're looking at the back of the car. On the driver's side, transmission and frame. Let's take a look at the left front wheel well. Come up under here into the wheel well on the back. Call attention to the original bumper on the front, which is in nice shape. Wheel well here on the passenger front, passenger back. Underneath the frame here on the passenger side. I imagine I could respray the entire undercarriage of the car, but this is exactly what this car looks like after 46 years. And there's that nice, big, huge aluminumized stainless exhaust going to those big MagnaFlows back there. Let's get a look at that last wheel well here. Now we'll walk around and go into the car, start it up. Car's been sitting overnight, so we got a cold engine. 60,815 miles. Here we are at about 5 to 9, and you can see that's a functional clock. Courtesy light. Courtesy light in the glove box. I'd like to call attention to the registration, which says that that's a 120 code, first sold in 1968, and date first sold. And that 120 code means that when it was sold, it was a California car. Additionally, we have the 1968 Thunderbird manual, some documentation from Thunderbird from '68, and all that goes to the originality of the car. As I mentioned, I keep sheepskins on the car, so I've never sat on the seats, which are absolutely perfect, and I've shown some pictures of that. The carpet is new. So let's give this thing a start. And there you go, it starts right away. I have a 10-stack CD. have Streisand playing in the background. And let's go ahead and put a tape in. Increase the volume. Eject the tape. And we've got FM radio.
For health, we look at an unusual suicide.
So turn that off and notice the antenna functioning. Just a little view of the interior. Rear lights. Rear lights. Rear seats. Let's operate the windows on the passenger side. Passenger window. Rear window. And this side. Driver's side. Rear window. Rear window. Driver's side. Horn. And we got the choke on. And we'll turn it off. And you can hear that nice rumble. We're on a hill. Keep the door open. Good spring tension on that. And I think that should do it. Oh, we'll put the air conditioning on. See if you can hear it. Good blower quality on that air. Well, I think that details about everything in this car. It's a great car, and I hope that the person who buys it will enjoy it as much as I have. Thanks for listening.